Dolphin 2 is swimming into theaters across the country this weekend, and Jim Ferguson sat down with Morgan Freeman and Ashley Judd.
Let's find out if this movie is as good as the first one.
What do you think?
Okay, I think it's better.
Oh, thinks it's better.
Yeah.
The sequel is better.
Even though the kids aren't like as little or cute anymore.
No, they're growing up now. You know, they're getting ready to go to college, and so it's a few years later. But it's a better story. I think there's a little more action to it, and I liked it. I really did. Yeah. Morgan Freeman, our first guest,
Yes.
small-time actor.
A little bit.
He's only won one Oscar, nominated for 3 or 4 others, won the Golden Globe a couple times, and what a nice man. He never changes. I've talked to him many times. Of course, he plays Dr. McCarthy, Cameron McCarthy, who is he devised the tale in the story, and of course he's worked in high crimes with Ashley Judd, who we're going to have on in just a minute, and they have a mutual admiration society going. You know, they're really good friends, and I always have a good time with Morgan, and let him tell you about Dolphin Tale 2.
Excellent.
Would you agree with this, Morgan, that the story is based on true events, the script?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolute true events.
But yet it plays like fiction,
fantasy.
like fantasy.
Yeah.
But Dr. Cameron McCarthy returns to the family.
For some reason or other. I think it's simply because they wanted to keep the whole crew together, the whole cast together. You know.
Which was a good decision.
Yeah,
I
it
think.
was for me.
Yeah. There is a scene that you've been quoted, and it could be wrong, as one of your favorite scenes ever. You've done so many wonderful films, and the watch scene with young Sawyer, played by Nathan Gamble.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that scene just a little bit?
Well, it's, you know, it just was one of those moments where you get to be quiet with someone, and I do all the talking.
You do.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of a lesson in life. Things stop and they go again.
Well, yeah. Life is, in this case, we're talking about a young man in the quandary of decision. You know, do I stay here in this place with this dolphin whom he's totally in love with, or does he go away and leave her to her own devices? But I think part of the decision for him was because of hope. Sort of freedom to make his own, make a decision for his own life.
Working with these dolphins and watching them, do you feel that these creatures are bright?
Oh, absolutely. Yes, I feel they are bright. They are family oriented. They are a lot of fun when they're fun. I've counted them at sea, and they're incredible.
You know, you always forget about that these actors and actresses get to do things that people like us never get to do. I mean, they were so up close and personal with dolphins. Like, how cool is that?
And you can tell Morgan really enjoyed that.
That's where I
experience.
just got that from, because
yeah.
you could tell that that was something very special to him.
Oh, yes. Yes, it was. And as you can tell, he loved being on that location in Clearwater and working with the dolphins, Ashley Judd's back, and she's the mom of Andrew, the little boy, who's now going to college. And her problem is doesn't want to leave the dolphins. And she wants him to take a scholarship.
Right.
Okay? And she's always beautiful and fun to talk to. And would you like to see my interview with
We would.
Ashley Judd? Okay. I like the idea that the movie does focus a lot on the animals. Would you agree?
I do agree. And someone was saying, what's it like to be upstaged by a dolphin? And I said, completely delightful. You know, if all movies could be so almost euphoric. I mean, they definitely transmit a joy, and I think that there's, even if we don't articulate it, this sense of awe that we have the privilege of being with wild creatures in such close proximity. And Winter is a very generous person. She is so generous, and she just gives and gives and gives. So
that was exactly Morgan Freeman's sentiments. The emotions that they have, it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
But there's another emotion that I loved. Of course, you play a typical mom, to Sawyer.
So that means a hero, a typical mom.
Who's going away, and there's that nice mother-son relationship that I liked.
Even if the movie were quote unquote just about these majestic animals and the unique situation at the Clearwater Marine Aquarium, it would be a memorable and touching and important movie. But Charles brings so much more to it. Did you notice like the chapters of dramatic tension, all of which are embedded in reality, including things like, wow, the kids are starting to grow up and they're, however awkwardly and sometimes, maybe disrespectfully wanting to find their voices and participate in decision making. And all of that's such a part of life. And so I think that the movie is intensely relatable. It's about respecting their boundaries as wild creatures. And yes, they're intensely relatable and cherishable, but I need to always remember that their greatest dignity is in their original habitat, which is in the wild.
Jim, these are great interviews.
Well, thank you.
And Friday, you're getting the big dog of the movie.
Yeah, Harry Connick Jr., who plays the head of the Clearwater Aquatic Museum, and he's really the star of the movie, and he's always fun to talk to. And a movie that is going to have mixed reviews. It's called The Drop.
Okay.
It's a heist crime movie set in Brooklyn with Tom Hardy, who's hot right now, and Nomi Rapace, who, remember the girl with the dragon tattoo?
Yes.
And also Sherlock Holmes, and she's wonderful. I interviewed both of them together. So we got some more stars from Hollywood. And of course, that was done in Toronto. I just got back from the film festival. And cold, cool, and fun.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Jim. And Jim brought along a copy of Need for Speed on DVD for you to win. Just visit TucsonMorningBlend.com, click on the contest link, and